This video clip that you are seeing here is the brand new lore drop from Chikn Nugget. Hello there, and welcome back to Sisters for Life, where we're going to be talking about another Chikn Nugget video, because things are just about to get bad, according to the lore and the storyline in Chikn Nugget. So basically what is happening here is that Chikn Nugget is finally realizing that he has powers, and that he can control them. Well, this is bad. This is very, 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 very bad. How come? Well, because of the fact that Bezel's also keeping an eye on Chikn. But French Fry and Ice Cream have not been keeping an eye on Chikn for the last few lore episodes, because what's about to happen is going to destroy the universe of Chikn Nugget. So basically what's going on, in case you guys don't know the whole lore storyline, Bezel came into the show in August of 2022, just so that he could cause chaos. At first, when this character came out, my opinion on him was just, what is he doing here? Like, at first I had mixed emotions on him, and then I just ended up hating this character altogether, mainly because of the way and how he looked. I absolutely hated this character because he was not an animal character compared to the rest of them. He was a humanoid. But anyways, on to the point. Bezel is this crazy, chaotic clock that just loves to cause chaotic in the Chikn Nugget universe, basically. Well, what is happening with Bezel? So, basically, Bezel is the one that's going to make Chikn destroy their own universe. And, well, in Chikn Nugget's little clip of him, as you just saw in the back there, he literally became like this seven-eyed demon of some sort, and I'm pretty sure that was intentional. And it could be a part of Chikn Nugget's true form. But the truth is, does he have a true form? And is that so? Well, I don't know. But what Bezel is doing is going to destroy the universe. And basically, at first in the show, French Fry and Ice Cream have been keeping a good lookout on Bezel. But what French Fry and Ice Cream were doing was just, well, keeping an eye on Chikn basically part of the time. Not all of the time, though, as you've seen in the latest lore videos. Now, because of the fact that the lore videos are just getting bad, well, the storyline's about to get interesting, and for the people who want all the freaking ships to just come back, yeah, I don't think you're going to be getting another ship video for a good while. I'm sorry. And, well, you know how French Fry and Ice Cream was like a really elevated ship at first? And then when it actually became canon, people just kind of stopped caring. The same thing happened to Chi and Coffee, where their ship actually got hated on due to the lore in the show. Well, how is that so? There is a theory called the Wolvesbane theory that has been going on in Chikn Nugget since that in particular episode. And it is the one where Chi is always hanging out with her girlfriend and never spending enough time with Chikn and his friends. Well, it made Chikn sad because, well, let's be honest, Chikn's pain is incredibly understandable here. And I'm sorry, like, I'm kind of just, like, stuttering a lot because I don't know what else to say. But, Chikn has been just sad ever since, and this is where the lore starts to get crazy deep, is when Chikn Nugget starts becoming depressed. And, this episode of Chikn Nugget, this in particular one, was the episode that actually made a lot of people hate Cheeseburger as a character. The truth is, Cheeseburger really isn't doing anything wrong. She just needs to learn how to balance out her relationship and friendships. Because, well, spending too much time with one can definitely affect the other. So, she's just learning through that, and I feel like she needs to apologize to Chikn big time. And I know she's not doing anything wrong. It's just natural for a relationship to go like this. But she needs to apologize to Chikn because he's literally going to destroy the universe if things are not settled down at this point. Now, what do I feel about French Fry and Ice Cream? Now, French Fry and Ice Cream are the ones that are keeping Chikn in check. But have they been doing it as of lately? No, they haven't. Neither of them have. But the thing is, after that Chi and Chikn episode, the one where Chi just hangs out with coffee most of the time. After that episode dropped, there was another episode that came out that was Ice Cream just drawing a thing, that freaking star thing that summons demons or whatever. I don't know what it's called. But they draw that thing, and Chikn is in the background looking extremely depressed. Ice Cream wonders if there's something going on or if there's something bad about to happen that French Fry told them to keep in check. But apparently, Ice Cream just kept on doing their thing, and that's what's about to happen. That's what's about to affect the show. After that, there was another episode dropped showing off all of the duos in Chikn Nugget, showing Chikn as the alone dog. Because French Fry and Ice Cream were shown hanging out, and then Slushy and Sody Pop, and then Chi and Coffee. Then it turns the camera back to Chikn, him becoming all depressed, and the screen becoming all white. Then Bezel's shadow shows up in the back, and it starts ticking. Like, time is running out. That is another part of the lore stating time is running out. And things are just getting worse from here. Because Bezel is trying to control Chikn at this point. Another lore episode drops where Chi's just hanging out with Coffee and Slushy, and Chikn is in the back there just feeling kind of alone and lonely. Bezel checks up on Chikn saying, feeling a little left out? Chikn responds no to Bezel, even though he really does on the inside. And then Bezel only says it's natural to feel left out. And then Chikn ends up doing this crazy thing. So basically, Chi becomes an NPC for a good second, saying, sorry, I've gotta go play with Chikn now. And then she goes up, and then she actually goes to play with Chikn, but Chikn is starting to realize he has powers at this point. He gets scared, while Bezel just chuckles evilly in the background. This is very bad, because in the next episode after that, well, excluding the little Pixel Pride and the Wizard episode, this latest episode that you just saw is just now getting into the lore. It's getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper as the episodes go on. But I liked how they executed the lore at first until they involved the ships and the couples and, well, the friendships. And it just, honestly, I was just like, oh my god. Because, well, I did not want them to do my boy Chikn dirty like that. Sure, he's not the best character in the whole show, but he definitely is not the worst either. He's definitely a great character for Chikn Nugget, and plus he's the main. So the main character is just kind of feeling lonely. But this could be a great redemption arc for Hot Sauce. And who is Hot Sauce, you may ask? He's the squirrel that used to show up, like, very occasionally, and you'd think he's this one-time character. He came back in 2021 in this new episode where French Fry was, like, summoning bees upon him. And then Hot Sauce, well, is getting a redemption arc, but I think it should strike now, because Chikn is lonely and stuff. And Hot Sauce doesn't really have anybody he could be with. Because Chikn helped Hot Sauce get through what he was going through, I think Hot Sauce should come back and help Chikn go through what he's going through. At least with a partner, anyway. Chicken Sauce is another ship that is most likely not going to become canon, but I think it should. But anyways, so French Fry and Ice Cream are keeping an eye on Chikn. Bezel is just also keeping an eye on Chikn, and they keep an eye on Bezel. The thing is, well, Ice Cream has a crush on Bezel. Yeah. While they're in a relationship, I'm not so sure about that, and I don't think French Fry tolerates the polyamory. I think that Ice Cream is definitely polyamorous, and they just don't want to say it. But Ice Cream is literally in love with Bezel, but this actually becomes a nice distraction to Bezel so that he can get away from Chikn. So French Fry lets Ice Cream just go distract Bezel, not because French Fry wants Ice Cream to get together with Bezel, but because they want Bezel to stay away from Chikn. And the thing is, Bezel even said in one episode, "You're not the only one who's keeping an eye on the strange occurrences surrounding that puppy." as Chicken's just scratching his ear, not even aware of the fact that he has powers. But this lore drop's just getting worse and worse. But anyways, the next point in time is that Chikn is revealed to be a demigod in this in particular episode where French Fry and Ice Cream are keeping an eye on Chikn. The thing is, Ice Cream asks why Bezel is here. But the thing is, French Fry thought that they did everything right. But they did everything right, and they thought that he was wrong. And Ice Cream says that his powers might be too powerful for even the both of them, as it's too much chaos. Then French Fry says, yeah, but they don't realize, but he still doesn't know that Chikn is a god. And I thought they were talking about Bezel for a sec. I thought they were talking about Bezel, but then I realized it was about Chikn after looking at the comments. I'm telling you, this freaking lore storyline is super hard to comprehend for me. It's a little hard, but I'm definitely trying to get used to the concept of it. But for the future, what I think is going to happen is that Chikn might become a villain in the show. They are probably going to start to villainize Chikn from this point, but it's unconfirmed. Since Bezel's the one controlling Chikn, French Fry and Ice Cream would come around, but they came too late, realizing that Chikn Nugget was a supervillain trying to destroy the universe of Chikn Nugget, since he's aware that he has powers. The thing is, French Fry and Ice Cream never let Chikn know that he even had powers in the first place. But the thing is, Chikn wasn't aware that his powers were affecting the way and the world on how Chikn Nugget worked. So therefore, it's a little crazy. But, yeah. This lore drop is going to start to make me wonder if more ship episodes are coming out, although those are probably going to be hated at this point. Both French Fry and Ice Cream and Tea and Coffee. The thing is, they just hated on those ships out of absolutely nowhere, and I'm just like, that's crazy how you start hating on Chi X Coffee after y'all have been waiting for it for over 2 years. And, yeah. I still haven't explained the Wolvesbane theory yet, have I? The Wolvesbane theory is the theory, well, that in the episode Chi and Coffee's flower date, there is an in particular flower called Wolvesbane, and it is poisonous. Chi was going to give it to Coffee, but Coffee then stops her, saying it's a poisonous flower. The thing is, people are theorizing that Coffee is going to become the worst one in the relationship because of the flower. Specifically more Coffee rather than Chi. But one of them is going to become more toxic in the relationship. But the thing is, this theory is just not going to work. And how is that so? Because the theory of the Wolvesbane theory is just not going to work. Because if you guys watch the show, Coffee is a sheep in wolf's clothing. Meaning that she looks scary on the outside, but in reality, she's actually very sweet. So therefore, Coffee can literally not do that. Coffee is a good partner to Chi, despite all the theories going out because of the newest, or one of the newest lore drops. And because there were so many lore episodes, Chikn Nugget actually put a whole playlist on their TikTok about the lore storyline. The fact that there was even a playlist in the first place. But this weird creature of Chikn could be a part of, well, Chicken's true form. Is Chikn Nugget really something else other than a dog? That, I have no idea. But what I'm hoping for in the show is that it doesn't end way too quickly, because I just want to see what happens before, well, time is running out, quote unquote. Yeah. But the question is the time is running out part of the theory going to mean that the show is going to end? Well, I don't know. And this is just so scattered, and yeah. But anyways, this is all I have to say about the Chikn Nugget lore and the Wolvesbane theory and all that stuff. But what I'm hoping for is a hot sauce redemption arc, hoping that Chikn will be saved by hot sauce, none other than him, so that he can get his redemption arc in, so that he's not just a pointless squirrel character in the show. He definitely needs to come in around this point and save Chikn, because we did not need hot sauce for a long time until he got his redemption arc, becoming a still spicy, but he's a nice guy overall, rather than a very jerkish character. But anyways, I'm hoping for that for hot sauce. I'm hoping that Chikn doesn't become a supervillain before French Fry and Ice Cream realize that he's going to become a supervillain, and that Bezel doesn't try and end the universe of Chikn Nugget there with a bad ending overall. I hope that even if the show ends, that it at least ends with a good ending, where Chikn and his friends are just chilling there. But I don't know how I would theorize the good ending, but I know the bad ending probably is if Chikn just starts to become a supervillain and he starts to control his friends and stuff, because he realized that he can control his friends. Hey y'all, it's Future Faith. I did forget to mention some things about the lore and stuff. Is that Chikn Nugget is aware of being in the void and everything. And the fact that Chikn Nugget is just like, well, the void is normally the place where Chi and Chikn would hang out in the earlier episodes, when Chikn and Chi were just sitting on the rug doing their thing. Well, this is actually another crazy part of the lore that I did forget to mention, and that is the fact that Chikn is becoming aware of what's called the void. And Bezel makes the void seem actually very, very scary for Chikn. And believe it or not, in one of the lore episodes, Chikn actually is just dreaming of being in a nice, comforting area, and then the big white void shows up, making Chikn scared. The clock behind Chikn, Bezel's clock, ticks as Chikn is just running, and then he falls. And then Chikn, I don't know if he wakes up or not, but he wakes up, then his frame just starts disappearing in the void. And I have no idea what this is actually supposed to represent, but there are a lot of episodes talking about the void, and I did forget to mention this, and this was because I was going through some of Chikn Nugget's episodes, and I was looking for some lore episodes to put in this video here, but what I forgot is the void. And yeah, well, there is actually another episode that I forgot to talk about, and this is the one where Bezel is on air making a podcast. He's just like, hi, Bezel here, embodiment of time, yeah, big deal. And then he talks about how Chikn Nugget is going to destroy the universe, making it his own kind, or something like that. And he's just kind of symbolizing that time's running out and all that stuff. But I haven't watched the episode in a long time, so I don't really exactly know what he talks about. But y'all can watch the clip for yourself. It's in the video. But yeah, that's another thing that Chikn Nugget does. It's another thing that Chikn Nugget talks about. But yeah, there you go. That's pretty much everything that's going on in the lore so far. I don't know what else to add, but I'm just gonna figure it out. Give me a second. There's also another episode in the lore that talks about French Fry and Ice Cream on why they're keeping an eye on Chikn. And it's just like talking about French Fry's mission on how they're trying to teach Chikn how to be a good dog, but on Ice Cream's hand, they're trying to teach Chikn just to be a bad dog. But the thing is, Ice Cream's mission was to actually help Chikn to become a demon chicken that causes chaos, like a different sort of chaos from Bezel's end, but that summons demons and all that stuff, just basically does what Ice Cream does. And that's what the evil Lord of Chikn sent Ice Cream to go do while Ice Cream was in their true form. Yeah, and French Fry and Ice Cream have true forms. French Fry is this big dragon, and Ice Cream is, well, this big black blob creature with ears and a lot of eyes. An absolute ton of eyes, but no mouth. They don't have a mouth. But anyways, Yeah, so basically, they're talking about their respective missions on Chikn while trying to keep Chikn away from ice cream. Or, I mean, sorry, Bezel. But this is just. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about this in particular part of the lore, but this is another part that, well, just kind of has to be mentioned, because why not? So that's everything I needed to say for the lore and the Wolvesbane theory and Chikn Nugget. If you guys want to drop your opinion in the comment section below, like, what is y'all's opinion on the lore and the Wolvesbane theory? Like, what do you think is going to happen next in the show? And do you think the show will end before 2025? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see what happens next time. Bye, y'all!